Hey guys! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're breaking down the top 10 brawlers you must max out in Brawl Stars. We all know that upgrading a brawler to power level 11 gives access to gears, star powers, and gadgets, which completely change how a brawler plays. A maxed out brawler has better stats, more abilities, and more ways to dominate the battlefield. And for those brawlers with hypercharge, leveling them up to the max makes them even more powerful, unlocking a supercharged version of their super that can change the course of a match. So if you're looking to push trophies, win more games, or just flex on your opponents, stay tuned because today, we're counting down the top 10 brawlers you should max out ASAP. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any Brawl Stars content. Alright, let's jump right in. 10. RT. RT is an absolute menace when maxed out. He's already one of the best control brawlers in the game, but his star power, quick maths, makes him even scarier by increasing his damage against marked enemies, allowing him to melt through tanks and squishy brawlers alike. At power level 11, his damage and health get a huge boost, making him harder to kill and even deadlier in battle. If you love high damage, high control brawlers, RT is a must-max-out pick. 9. Janet. Janet is a brawler that thrives on mobility and control, and at power level 11, she becomes an absolute nightmare for opponents. Her super lets her fly, making her immune to melee attacks and giving her a huge advantage over grounded enemies. And when maxed out, her star power, vocal warm-up, makes her attacks more precise and easier to hit, while her gadget, Drop the Base, allows her to control choke points and force enemies out of key areas. And let's talk about hypercharge. This makes her super last longer and deal more damage, making her a major threat in every game mode. If you want a brawler who can dominate from above and escape tricky situations, Janet is one of the best choices to max out. 8. Amber. Amber is one of the highest DPS brawlers in the game, and at power level 11, she melts through enemies like butter. Her star power, Scorchin' Siphon, lets her reload while standing in her fire puddles, meaning she can continuously attack without worrying about running out of ammo. Combine this with damage gear and reload speed gear, and Amber becomes an unstoppable force in fights. If you love high damage brawlers who can control large areas, Amber is a top-tier pick to max out. 7. Penny. Penny is already a fantastic long-range brawler, but when maxed out, she becomes an unstoppable force thanks to her explosive turret and splash damage potential. Her star power, Master Blaster, makes her super explode upon placement, dealing extra damage to nearby enemies, while her mythic gear adds a burn effect to her cannonballs, making her even more dangerous in crowded fights. At power 11, Penny's health and damage increase significantly, making her stronger in duels and team fights. Not to mention her new hypercharge that makes her cannon fire a whopping 2 shots at double the speed. This makes Penny on the right maps a true brawler that can turn the tide of a match. If you love area denial and splash damage, Penny is a must-max-out brawler. 6. Frank. Frank is an absolute monster when maxed out, turning into one of the hardest brawlers to kill. At power 11, his health reaches insane levels, making him nearly unkillable in most fights. His super stuns enemies, and his hypercharge increases its range, making it even harder for enemies to escape to his super. If you want a true tank that can dominate close-range fights, Frank is a must-have at max level. 5. Griff. Griff is a burst damage powerhouse, capable of shredding enemies at close and mid-range. His super can deal massive damage, making him perfect for destroy the opposing brawlers. His star power, Business Resilience, gives him passive healing, making him harder to kill in long fights. A brawler capable of dealing real damage at any range. 4. Stu. Stu is one of the fastest and most aggressive brawlers in Brawl Stars, and when maxed out, he becomes an absolute beast. His super charges instantly after hitting enemies, allowing for constant dashes and movement. His hypercharge leaves a burning trail, adding extra damage and area control, and of course, as you know, super infinite, making it unkillable if used well. If you love fast-paced, high mobility gameplay, Stu is a must max out brawler. 3. Melody. Her super, it has the ability to move closer or further away in a matter of seconds depending on the situation you are facing against enemies, making her a perfect counter against tanks and assassins. At power 11, she gains extra health and damage, turning her into a high damage, high survivability brawler who can control fights easily. Also, his new hypercharge is truly one of the best in the game, allowing him every time he uses his super to have the notes that go around him increase by 1 up to 6, which is devastating. 2. Max. Max is one of the most versatile and game-changing support brawlers in Brawl Stars. Her super increases team movement speed, giving her allies a huge advantage in fights. At power 11, her reload speed gear and star power make her a nightmare to deal with. With hypercharge, her movement speed is even faster, making her nearly impossible to catch, a real game changer. 1. Lu. Lu is the best control brawler in the game, making him the #1 brawler to max out. His super can freeze multiple enemies, completely shutting them down. His hypercharge makes freezing instantly, locking enemies in place before they can react. If you want a game-breaking control brawler, Lu is the best to max out. And we're done. Which of these brawlers have you already maxed out? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more Brawl Stars content. Thanks for watching.